After 3 years exploring the waterways of North America, we've traded our trawler for a trailer. But we're still just passing through. The thing with Alaska is that there's no sensible loop route you can take where you can visit all the points of interest. Each place requires its own separate trip, with very few places being on the way to anywhere else. This is the driving we've done around the state. At this point, we're on our way out the door. We planned to let weather chase us out of the state, but I guess I figured that would be snow, not cold and rain. In any case, we're headed to the community of Chicken as our last overnight stop in Alaska. The day started out pretty typical, with rain, fog, and temperatures in the 40s. As the day went on, it cleared a bit and got a few degrees warmer. At about 1:30, we arrived in Chicken and got a spot at the Chicken Gold Camp RV Park. We then took a walk around the area to see an old abandoned gold dredge and some other equipment. Strangely enough, we ended up at the Chicken Saloon. You may be interested to know that Chicken is the home of chicken stock. Not that chicken stock, but Chicken Stock Music Festival. Our final Alaskan drive will be on the long gravel road known as the Top of the World Highway. That will take us to the Canadian border and on to Dawson City, Yukon Territory. Top of the World Highway is supposed to be another scenic drive, assuming of course that you're not driving through clouds, fog, and rain. I guess we'll see. As it turned out, it was a pretty nice day. The scenery was gorgeous and we enjoyed the ride. At about 2 p.m., we reached the Yukon River and took the ferry across to Dawson City. Upon reaching Dawson City, we checked in at the Bonanza Gold Motel and RV Park. Afterward, we had a nice dinner at a little Jamaican restaurant and called it a day. We've decided that today will be a touristy day and tomorrow for chores, maintenance, and cleanup. Temperature should be around 60, which is a nice improvement from what we've been used to. Sharon is always drawn to old cemeteries, so that was our first stop. From there, we continued our uphill drive to Midnight Dome, which overlooks the town and the Klondike and Yukon rivers. It's called Midnight Dome because of a midnight sun celebration they had there years ago. On our way back down from the dome, we stopped and walked a nature trail to another overlook spot. We then returned to the village and wandered the wooden sidewalks for a while, ending up at the Dawson City Museum. Yesterday was all about cleaning and reorganizing. I washed the truck yesterday and washed the trailer this morning before leaving the campground. After a few hours of travel, it was almost as if I hadn't washed anything. We traveled from Dawson City to a territorial campground near the town of Carmax. After getting set up, we took a walk around before heating up some leftovers for dinner. Last day of August, and we're continuing southeast. From Tachon Lake Campground, we traveled to Whitehorse and on to another territorial campground at Squangle Lake.
Yeah.
Provincial and territorial campgrounds really work well for us. It's all dry camping with no utility hookups, but we don't really need that stuff anyway. The sites are $20 per night, first come, first served. They even provide free firewood. It's September 1st, and our steady march southward continues. Today we'll be making our way back to the Watson Lake area, where we left our sticker in the signpost forest back in mid-July. We crossed from the Yukon Territory back into British Columbia. Shortly before reaching Watson Lake, we turned south on Route 37, also known as the Stewart-Cassiar Highway. And shortly after turning onto the Cassiar, we found a free roadside pull-off and decided to stop for the day. So here's where we leave you for this episode, in our free campsite, grilling up some chicken to go with our rice pilaf. See you next time.